Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Top of the morning to you. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy, man. So excited to be here with y'all today, man. It's Thursday. It's a lot happening in my life. Hold on. I can hear me in many different places, multiple me's. That ain't what I want. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning, man. I'm excited to be here with you all again, man. If you don't know what See You in the Morning is, it's my horrible idea to get up in the morning and just tell too much of my own personal business. To really get out there and put myself out there on the streets. The prostitute myself. I'm out here hoeing me. Stay true, I hold me for real. And so I get up in the morning. I just put too much of my business out there in the street, man. I get pleasure in it, I guess. But whatever, man. I do it for the people, man. Everybody wants to see me. I started it and people liked it, and so we're still here. And that's what's happened with the show. If this is your first time hearing it, you're about to experience something so cold. If you have been here before and you found it not robbery to come back again and redo it, man, I appreciate it. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I definitely appreciate that. I don't know what my computer is doing this morning. I got to get in with IT this morning. Now, if you've ever watched this, there's not a whole lot of consistency to the show. Anything can happen on this show. The show is it's excitement waiting to happen. Anything can pop off. There's a pop off show. Peter Pop Off. That's what you can call me, Peter Pop Off. Anything can pop off. But we try to make the show exciting for everybody. Try to do some things. Try to keep it kind of regular. Try to keep the Metamucil in the show, try to keep the regularity going. But the only thing that you can guarantee me to do on this show every single time is to speak to everybody that speaks to me, man. I appreciate it. I'm a Southern boy. Southern. I just was trying to figure out exactly where Virginia falls in that. Virginia is the belt buckle of the South. Yeah, we the belt buckle of the South. Once you get the Virginia, we're not considered super Southern like a Florida or Alabama or Tennessee. When people start talking about, give me my Southern states, not a lot of times people are going to go say Virginia first. Even though we set everything off, even though Virginia set it all off, there is no slavery without Virginia. We own it. We own that. That's on us, But we're not necessarily Southern. But anything north of us is really the North, DC doesn't consider itself the South. Maryland definitely has an attitude problem. They definitely don't consider themselves the South. We don't know what West Virginia is. We're not 100% sure what West Virginia is. So Virginia is really the belt buckle of the South. Like Virginia, once you hit Virginia, you're never going to be considered the North. Virginia ain't considered the North, but we ain't all the way South either. We North enough to be educated, South enough to still eat chitlins. The front door to the South. This is how you get there. So appreciate that, Jermaine. Front door to the South. So I still got some Southern manners. I speak to people because they speak to me. I started off the first 3 people that speak to me get the M&Ms, the morning mythical medals, and so we go ahead and get those out this morning. Winning the bronze this morning is my man Snoop Boykins. What up, Snoop? That's my guy right there, man. A professional gizzard maker, a grill master extraordinaire, humanitarian, all kinds of things. My man Snoop. The pride of North Carolina, which is considered the South. North Carolina is considered the South. And North Carolina is so southern, it's got its own kind of barbecue. But the pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy, good morning. And my girl TT, Tiny and Tasty, Crystal Purnell, she wins the gold. So the gold medal goes to TT, the silver goes to Courtney, and the bronze goes to my man Snoop. Also, here's the Bishop Calvin J. Hill, good morning. Kim Cat Thomas Jones, IDA is in the building. My girl BB, Betty Burnett, Marche Trouble Copeland's in the building. Shannon, Melissa is here. Wilberta is in the building. Emmy Time, Emmy Place. Michelle McKinney. My man Steve is in the building. Rochelle, good morning. Tanya, good morning. James, good morning. My man Jermaine Green, man, the official missile, what he calls himself, man. One of my good friends, man. I just know if anything is going wrong in my life, Jermaine will hear about it. Whether he'll come and do anything, who knows? But I know he'll definitely hear about it. No, it's a good dude, man. Good dude. Al says Virginia is a bridge between the North and the South. I see it. Franita's in here. Big D, Dennis. My girl Bree is in the building. So good morning to everybody that's in the building. You know how the show is. Recaps. I do recaps of my days. Got to talk about yesterday. Yesterday, as I've talked about, I've alluded to on multiple occasions, my great aunt passed away. And people always, she took a lot of the sting out of it. You know, a lot of people, when I tell people my great aunt, what's going on, Tab, my great aunt passed away. We had her funeral yesterday, and a lot of people began, what's up, B. Michelle, by saying, oh man, your aunt passed away. I'm so sorry to hear it. And I automatically shoot that down. People come in and, oh man, that's tough, man. You're doing all right. I automatically shut that down because I'd be like, she was 102. And they'd be like, oh yeah, nah, that's good. That's good timing. She need to get up out of here. Once you hit 102, you really on borrowed time. People really don't feel any kind of sympathy for you at 102. People feel like, oh man, you stealing other people's years at this point. What you in here, you are now part of overpopulation. When you hit 102, you are part of the overpopulation problem. They try to figure out a way to get rid of her. They figured that, but no, she's part of overpopulation once you hit 102. 102, you're so old. True story. When you 102, once you hit 100, your insurance company sends you the money. Y'all ain't know that, did you? Now they know insurance. You beat them. You beat your life insurance policy. You hit 100, they be like, you know what? You won the lottery. You hit 100, they just go ahead and send you whatever it is. If you had, she just ain't taking enough insurance out. I wish she'd have took out more. She had $1 million insurance policy. You hit 100, they just go ahead and send you the $1 million. It's like winning the lottery. Hitting 100 is like winning a lot. Guten Morgan. I knew somebody named Guten Morgan. Guten Tag. So she's 102. Funeral went well. We had a lot of people there. I didn't expect it. I'm going to tell y'all now, I didn't expect a lot of people at a 102-year-old wedding. Funeral. Now, I would expect everybody at a 102-year-old wedding. The two 102-year-olds get ready to go and marry and throw them hips out. That's all that's going to happen at the reception. When they consummate. If you consummate at 102, you throwing out hips. You breaking hips. Y'all in there, y'all breaking hips. I didn't expect a lot of people to be at the funeral, but it was a lot of people. My aunt had touched a lot of people's lives. And so there was a lot of people at the funeral. And as always, it went left. It's always the reflections at a funeral. You can't control reflections at a black funeral. White funerals don't even have reflections. The pastor says the reflections for a white funeral. The family feels this. She was a great aunt, great mother. Amen. But black people, everybody got to get a chance to say something. We thought we had figured it out. We figured we had figured it out. We had reflections. We chose the people to do reflections and listed them in the program. We listed them. Four people. Four people turn into 8. It turned into way too many. That's all I'm saying. Now, they led off with me. I was first. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know if y'all have ever been to my comedy shows are definitely where I shine the best. You know, as a comedian, I'm amazing. I don't know if you ever heard me speak at a funeral though. Man, I'm top 5 dead or alive funeral speakers. Top five. Oh, you give me that microphone at a funeral and ask me to say some words about the deceased. Oh, I'm killing it. Listen, I make it difficult for the pastor. I treat my funeral speaking like I treat my comedy. Whoever's coming up after me is gonna have a hard time. And my aunt put me first on the list, and I found that to be disrespect because I know my aunt's heard me speak at funerals. I know my aunt has heard me funeral speak. I know she knows what I bring to the table. And you're gonna put me up first. You had other people doing reflections. You had reflection headliners that want me. You had me as an open reflector, opening act reflection. Nah, cuz I gotta bring it on this because that's just disrespecting in my book. I got on there that I killed them. No pun intended. I killed it. Oh man, I killed those comments. Those reflections. Those reflections. Matter of fact, she ain't even ever looked at a mirror and had reflections about her life like that. Those reflections I gave, killed them. Dogged the reflections. And everybody that came up after me, man, they go, "Ooh, did you hear those reflections? How do I go up after that?" You shouldn't have. You should have sat down. Sat down. Kill the reflections. But that's what I do. I'm a reflection killer. Reflection killer. Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all? Want your funeral reflections? I killed them. Right? And we had a list of people that was supposed to sing reflections. And then suddenly, somebody came up and was like, "I know I ain't supposed to be up here, but I'm going to do it anyway." And that opened the floodgates. I think she felt like she was saying something for the church choir, that she was all right. And then that led to, we had somebody jump up as a few French fries short of a whole Happy Meal. And she got up there so long that we had to just go cut her off. Like if nobody had to cut her off, she'd have still been there right now. She would have still been reflecting. It was ridiculous. But overall, it was great, man. The reception, the repast was good. I really didn't catch anybody that showed up just for the repast, so I was proud of my family for that. No fights broke out, so that was good. She was in a mausoleum. I ain't never seen nobody mausoleum before. I think it's a little bit bougie. When you too good to go ahead and get put in that ground and you don't want no dirt on you. That mausoleum is a different level of bougie. Putting me in a box. Keep me clean. Weatherproof me. It's a lot. I mean, you already in a box, but put my box in a box. Box in a box. Box in a box. It's a lot. Now, here's what's weird about the funeral, the cemetery we were at. People buy their mausoleums early. A lot of people pre-buy them. You know, you got to get on a payment plan. That's also something I don't look forward to doing. I know we tell black people all the time, you got to go ahead and do that. It takes the stress off. My aunt did a wonderful job of having everything paid for. She was 102. She knew it was coming. She had it all paid for. Black people don't do it. But here's what's really strange. Betty said, "Don't put me in there with the worms." Here's what's strange, right? You ain't finna feel it. Betty, you ain't gonna know what's happening. You ain't finna feel it. Courtney said she want all the smoke. Just cremate me. That's what I would name my crematorium. All the smoke crematorium. So Usher Raymond would do all my commercials. I think that you should let it burn. So they put when you at the crematorium, not the crematorium, when you got the mausoleum, they'll put your headstone on there. And they'll have your birth date And it just ain't no death date. Like I saw people up there I knew. And I was like, they ain't dead. But it won't no death date on them. I don't want that. I don't need it. No. Don't have me walking by and being able to see that y'all already ready for me. Don't have my upper room ready. The upper room. No, don't do it. I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather y'all ain't had me ready. I don't want to be able to walk up and see. That's weird to me. Like, what if they did that with headstones? What if they went ahead and let you put your headstone out there? Your headstone all the way out, already out there at the funeral. Like, people can literally go visit you dead while you still alive. That's weird. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's Keith. I don't know if you already got your name on there. Put your name on it. I don't even know if that's what you got. Keith said I'm paid in full. I get it. I'll pay in full, but don't put that headstone up there till I'm gone. Put your name on it. It's like you pushing it. What's going on, Bruce? Your family's got a mausoleum. Put your name on it. No, sir. It's just missing the end date. I can't do it. No, cuz let me live. What we out here for? I'm gonna tell you what. If I had known that, every time you get an old person that act up a little bit, you take them on a trip. And come on here. You act like this, get on in the car. This way you're gonna be. You see that, right? You see it. The upper room. That's you right there. That way you're going. With Jesus. Keep on acting up. You're gonna be there earlier than you thought. For a year, you're in an above ground grave before your bones are transferred to a crypt in New Orleans. New Orleans is just different, though. New Orleans is different, and it's New Orleans is basically a sponge. It's just it's ground on above water. I can't do it. They out of control. All right, so then I get back home. I get home. I leave the funeral, and I'm gonna tell y'all something about myself. I don't ever. I'm the last person to know stuff about me. It's been that way ever since I was young. In high school, elementary school, up at the illustrious Woodrow Wilson High School, and in elementary school. I went to some classic elementary schools: Simonsdale, Olive Branch Elementary, Hodges Manor Elementary. So I started at Olive Branch for my kindergarten years. Moved over to Simonsdale. Went from Simonsdale, the Hodges Manor for a year. Then left Hodges Manor and went to W.E. Waters Middle School, junior high. They never called it middle school when I was a kid. It was junior high. Before proceeding to the original Woodrow Wilson High School, then going from Woodrow Wilson High. And it wasn't about me being a bad student. That was just the way that they matriculated you through the school system. But even in those days, I found out more stuff about me through rumor than I even knew happened. I always found out when I was dating somebody, or he messing with this person, or he did this. I didn't know. Most of the time it would be a lie, but I didn't know. So I left it as I was leaving the repass. I don't know why they call it a repass. I don't know if you pass when you pass the first time, but they call it a repass, the repist, as I like to call it. As I'm leaving the repist, I get a text message from a friend of mine, Keith Ball. Keith Ball's the first one to text me. Keith texts me and he sends me a TikTok. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, Keith. I didn't look at it. I ain't look at it. I think honesty is the best. Honesty is the best policy. I didn't look at it, Keith, because I was like, why is he sending me a TikTok? I don't want it. Generally speaking, if I could be honest, most of the time people try to send me stuff that they find funny, and I don't want to see it. I just be like, that is my general answer to when people send me stuff. Especially if you send me a TikTok or something. I'm like, no, I'm good. So Key just sent me a TikTok, and I was like, not looking at it. Now I went on about my business. Went on about my business. Then I drive on. I went and picked my son up from school. Got home, picking him up from school. I'm sitting in my driveway because I don't immediately go in the house. I've reached that age where I don't immediately go in the house. Sometimes I'll sit in my car for about an hour, hour and a half. I know I ain't the only person that just gets home and don't immediately just jump out the car and run in the house. Sometimes I'm uncomfortable right there in the car. I just sit there for a little bit. Watch the passers-by, see what's happening in the neighborhood. I mean, I'm outside, but I'm in a controlled environment. I like it out there. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Some of y'all do it too. Hey, none of y'all just running in the house. Somebody just getting out the car, running the house. You ain't no kid. You're an adult now. You get home, you sit in that car. I make some phone calls, play some games on my phone, all of that right there in the car. Anybody running into the house when they get home? If it's nice outside, I roll the windows down, let some of that air come in through the, man, shoot. It's like sitting on the porch, but not. You done got the car. The car is a temperature-controlled vehicle. You got all of that going. Then if you decide you forgot something, you were already in the car. I've sat in the car long enough that I remembered I needed to do something. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I sit in the car in my driveway long enough that it's time for me to go to my next destination. I done sat in the car like, well, now it's time for me to go ahead and head to this meeting. I just start the car back up. Move out. My truck is big enough. If I want to, I can lay down and take a nap. I'm not lying to you people. I have laid down in the bed of my truck and just enjoyed nature. I get in the back of my truck, lay down, and just chill. I should keep pillows in the car. I realize God gives you stuff in the correct time. I wouldn't still be a virgin if I would have had a truck as a youngster in my 20s. I would have had a truck in my 20s. I would have had a truck in my 20s. There's no way I would have made it to 40 as a virgin. There's no way. There's too much room in there. I saw a lot of my counterparts, a lot of my peers struggling to get it in a Geo Metro, finding a young lady and going into a dark, shady place in a small vehicle, I Snoop. But not me. That truck opens you up to a world of opportunities. You got the cab, you got the inside, you got the back. It's a lot. What's going on, D? My man D, big on the Woodrow Wilson Alumni Association. I be saying I'm going to go to a meeting and always forget. I want to be involved. I just keep forgetting, D. You got to forgive me. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm all in. I'll even pay my dues, whatever those are, as long as they're under $20. So I get a call from comedian, friend, pastor Patrick Williams, Peter Way Red. And he congratulates me. He's like, yo, I'm calling you. He's like, congratulations on the BET news. That's big. And I was like, I don't know what happened. Maybe you meant to send that to somebody else. Because what news? I don't know what you're talking about. And I know he had to be looking. I know he thought I was joking. I'm in that point in my life where I tell people stuff and people think I'm joking. That's your baby cousin, PJ. People think that I'm joking when I say stuff. And he was like, man, congratulations. I like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I know he was like, man, this dude be tripping. So then he sends me a screenshot of Kev on Stage's announcement that the sitcom Churchy, it got picked up by Kev. By BET Plus. BET Plus. And I'm on that show. I play a prominent role on the show. I'm Deacon Charles. I'm gonna get me a Deacon Charles shirt made so that y'all will know who I am out here in these streets. And so that was the big announcement yesterday, man. I left the funeral. The next thing I know, bam, a BET Plus original series, Churchy, start streaming. I said the 16th. That's how crazy it was. I was so excited. I didn't even know what day it was. I just picked one. but it starts streaming on February the 15th. I said the 16th yesterday, but it's February 15th. You see Kev in the middle. Mark J.P. Hood is the guy in the lower, I guess that'll be your lower left, the younger guy. The pastor at the top, I know his name, Alphonsia Williams. Alphonsia Williams, he plays the main pastor in the show. He also is in a low T commercial. I was looking one day and I was like, ooh, he's low testosterone. So he's also in a low T commercial. I see him in the bottom right is Lexi Television. Just a phenomenal individual to be around, a great talent. And the lady in the top is Kevin's girlfriend. I forgot her name from filming. But we are excited about it. I'm excited. Kevin cried all day yesterday because he's a punk, and he's not a punk. He's just soft and sensitive, and so I'm really excited that I'm gonna be on TV. So now it led yesterday to a wave of emotions because first and foremost, Kevin is a friend of mine. So to see something that was a dream of Kevin's, Kevin was in Hollywood, living out there in Hollywood. He had the idea for this show. And he went to the networks over and over again. He went to network after network. He's like, hey, man, I got this show. Hey, man, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And they're like, no. Like, and here's the thing. People be like, oh, man, Kevin's a big name. He's kind of famous, blah, 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 blah. So I know if he went in, they just was like, yeah, let's do it. They were like, nah, let's not. That's just how difficult it is to get something on. They're like, let's do it. They're like, nah, we'd rather not. And Kev was like, I'm a church boy. I grew up in church. I know church people going to want to watch it. I know there's a lot of people that do church. And they're like, I just don't think. He was like, it would be white executives that would tell Kevin, I don't think black people will watch this. And he was like, but I have black people. I'd watch it. So he went through a lot of no's, no after no after no after no. And finally, he just decided like, yo, I'm going to just film this myself. So he filmed it himself. Got it filmed, got it done, and still didn't have a place for it to go yet. You know what I'm saying? He filmed it. He got it filmed, the whole series. He put it on his own platform so that he could see these are the numbers that got on my platform without being BET, my own little personal platform. And so he was able to go to BET, and BET's like, yo, we'll take it. We got sisters. We'll take this. We got our sisters, and now y'all are our misters. And so now here we go. We got this show going off, man, and it's great. And so it's a great testament to believing in yourself, doing what you got to do, right? You gotta get, you got to continue pushing. Like there's going to be things in your life where you got to keep on pushing. You got to keep trying. You got to say, I'm good enough. I deserve it. One person's no is not God's no. God's no is different. If God put it on your heart to keep doing it, like you got to keep doing it. There's so much stuff that y'all have in y'all life that you feel like, oh man, I know I'm made to do this. I know I'm supposed to do it. There's a drive in you of something. You may not know what it is, or you know what it is, and you haven't hit it yet, right? I say you got to keep going. And here's the thing about it. Just because you're doing what God has for your life doesn't mean that the whole world knows that's what God has for your life. And it doesn't mean that everybody's going to be accepting of what you're going to do. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It's still going to be a lot of difficulty, still going to be troubles and tribulations. But if you believe and you keep pushing, you'll get there. I'm telling you. Listen, I've known fellas that if a young woman calls and say the legs are open, they will fight hell and high water to make sure they get there. They'll go outside, the car don't work. They'll call their boys and ask for a ride. They can't get a ride. They'll try Uber. Uber is closed. They'll walk, jog, run. They'll do anything to get to it. Chase after your dreams like you chase after that trim. You don't care. I seen them go out in snowstorms, hurricanes. Let it be a weather warning. We about to have the worst hurricane in 10 years. Everybody, please hunker down. Stay in your house. And that young lady calls him like, don't you want to hunker down over here? You don't care no more. And you out there. I done seen ladies over a purse. A pair of tights with pockets, y'all will fight the lines. I seen it when they had that 49-cent. When they had that 49-cent sale at Ross. I will, Tam. They had that 49-cent sale at Ross. Y'all was on it. Those women didn't care who was in there. They knock over old women, young women. It's a 49-cent sale at Ross. Got to be there. If you want it, go get it. Don't worry about the trials and tribulations. What's going on, Rod? I seen it. You gotta adopt that in your life. Now, for me, it's from season 1 of this show. Now I'm on a different plane, right? Now people are gonna be seeing me. They're gonna be like, who is Deacon Charles? They're gonna be out there. We gotta find Deacon Charles. Who is Deacon Charles on the show? It's on there. Now, it was like I said, a flood of emotions. I'm happy for my friend Kev. Then I start to wonder, what have I done in the past that might come out? Boy, oh boy. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize to my college years. I don't know what might come out. They might say some things. You might hear about me and some stories. It happens, you know. I already had somebody text me. It was like, I'm already waiting to call TMZ to do the behind the music. Hey, let me tell y'all something. That was a long time ago. A long time ago. It happened. Let me go ahead and say it right now. It happened. Now, nothing on Me Too level or nothing like that. I ain't, now, you know, as a virgin, you know, I ain't never got caught in no sexual scandals. But if somebody say I took the last slice of pizza, it was me. If somebody tells you I was supposed to call them back and I ain't call them, that was me. That was definitely me. That was me too. So I want everybody to know that. The third thing that happened, I told you I went through a lot of emotions. So then I was excited about, I'm like, dog, this is crazy. And I wanted to call my mama. And, you know, I mean, I could technically because she's in the cabinet. But it was rough. It was rough. Those emotions were rough. My mom ain't here, my aunt, my cousin, my best friend, Rob. Like, those are 4 people I know I would have called. Those are 4 people I know I would have called, and they not here. That was a tough move. That was a hard move. Cool Breeze, 5. My mom, my aunt, Cool Breeze, Rob. I know how to call all 4 of them. I told you it was a myriad of emotions. I know I would have called them and be like, dog, guess what's happening? My mama would have watched. I could imagine my mama watching BET. She never did it before, but I'm sure she'd have done it to see her baby on television. That'd have been a moment. That'd have been a moment. All that kind of rushed. Same little kid from 602 Edward Street in Southside. That is on BET. That's a moment. That's a moment. So then I had that. Then I had to get back to trying to be celebratory. What's going on, Jeff? I had to go back and had to become celebratory. I had to figure out a way to just celebrate it all. And so I've appreciated, man, my phone went off all day yesterday. Like, people celebrating me. It's an amazing feeling to have people genuinely happy for you that you're doing something. And so that's big. That's big. And so I'm really, really appreciative. So I'm trying to figure out a way. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm trying to figure out a way to do a celebration of it. It's so crazy. Like people are genuinely happy for me. So I'm trying to make sure I match y'all happiness, and I am. I really am. So I'm thankful for everybody, man. And even yesterday, there's a couple of things I didn't realize so many people had my number. I really gotta change that. It's too many. I've had this number for like 20 years. There's too many people that have my number. So I gotta make sure I change that very soon. And too many people have my number. But man, it's so great knowing that man, Rod, if we throw a sweat box, just to throw it back. Ain't nobody even gonna be paying attention to the show. A Stinky Pinky reunion. And it keeps me pushing. Like, I thank y'all for being my accountability partners. I thank y'all, because even when I don't want to do stuff for me, I'd be like, man, but there's so many people that's watching. There's so many people that are depending on me or watching me. Like, the number of people who was like, yo, you deserve it. I was like, oh, well, if I deserve it, I guess I should go ahead and walk in this, and take it and move. So I'm gonna keep pushing, y'all. I ain't finna stop. I gotta win now. Now I know I gotta win this EGOT. The Tony is gonna be the hard part. The Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, I think I can get those. That Tony Award, I don't know. That Tony is gonna be the hard part. That Tony Award, we're gonna have to work on that. That Tony Award is gonna be the hard part. So thanks everybody. Oh, we gotta do the word of the day. I done got emotional. Now I'm dehydrated. We gotta do the word of the day, then we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Listen, today's word of the day is Damask. I don't even know what that is. It's spelled like Damask. See, black people ain't gonna never get this one right. I'm typing it into the comments. It's Damask. D-A. Oh, I put too many A's. D-A-M-A-S-K. My fingers stutter. I got stuttering fingers sometimes when I type. Damask. That ain't what it look like Damask, if you ask me, but it says Damask. Damask refers to a usually shiny, thick fabric as of linen, cotton, silk, or rayon made with patterns. The word can also be used as a synonym of Damascus steel or for a grayish red color. The old chair was upholstered in a blue silk damask, which was now faded and threadbare. Shiny, thick fabric. Oh, so it's basically Steve Harvey suits. Yeah, refers to usually shiny, thick fabric made with patterns. That is a Steve Harvey suit. If I ain't never, and see, now I can't say those kinds of things because I'm famous. Y'all are stealing. They stealing my joy out here in these streets. They stealing my joy. Damask. So that's what I'm gonna get. And whatever I have a celebration, I'm coming up in a damask suit. And be like, boy, look at that damask suit. Some of y'all ain't gonna be saying the usk. Some of y'all just gonna be. Some of y'all ain't gonna be saying damask. Y'all. Some of y'all are gonna be leaving the usk off. Look at that damask suit. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be saying. Thick, shiny fabric. Y'all know what it is. Give me that outfit, that thick, shiny fabric. A lot of y'all see those on church Sundays. Old men can't wait to get into that thick, shiny fabric. Y'all in there wearing those couch patterns and suits. You know who y'all are. Y'all, you know what it is. I'm getting out of there, man. Hey, listen, man, I'm gone today. Make sure you stay prepared, dog. It's crazy, man. There's nothing like the feeling of knowing. Keep pushing. Like, keep pushing. There's nothing better than the feeling of knowing that you are walking in your dreams. Like, when you get there, it's amazing. It's unreal. You're looking at yourself and you see, I know that y'all can do it. All of us can do it. You have the opportunity to walk in your dreams, man. So put your shoes on, lace them up. Let's go. Put your shoes on, lace them up. Let's go. We're going to walk in our dreams together, man. Have an amazing day today. Remember, make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll see y'all again on tomorrow in another edition. I'm out. I'm on BET Plus. Argue with your Aunt Rachel or your Uncle Rachel.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started